there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Spotlight series. Today we'll be looking at all the things that have changed in OpenTTD version 1.11. Now, I'm aware at the time of recording that 1.12's out, but I really thought this was worth a look, so 1.12 video will be coming soon. First up, OpenTTD is now on Steam. This is fantastic, because not only can your game now sit in your game library along with all the other games, but it can also automatically update to the latest version, and it also exposes the game to a whole new player base. Now, you yourself may have come to this channel after finding the game on Steam, which is fantastic. Now, it's important to remember that this version of the game on Steam is exactly the same as the version you would get on the website. It's got all the same features and it plays exactly the same. There is no difference. There's also no integration with Steam, so you can't set up a multiplayer game using your Steam's friend list and things like that, and there's no Steam achievements. Now, whether these come in the future or not, I don't know, but for now, remember, there is zero integration with Steam. It's just available through Steam. Next up, we have performance improvements. There's been quite a few of these in this version, and along with that, there's new fast forwarding. Now, fast forward's always been in the game, but it's been a little bit unleashed. I'm going to press tab now, we're going to do some fast forward, and you can see that the train definitely goes a lot faster. And it can go even faster than that. If we go to the game settings, and just use the filter string to look for fast, you will see that we've got this new fast forward speed limit setting that we currently have set to 2500%. That's the default value. So this limits how fast the game will go when you fast forward, and you can actually set it to 0 to do no limit. We'll do that in a second. And a value below 100% will actually slow the game down. This is quite cool. You may not want to use this feature, but it's nice to know that you can if you wish. So let's just see what it'll be like if there's no limit to the speed on my computer. Yep, that's how fast the game will run. They've also improved the world generation screen. In here, if you select the subarctic landscape style, you can change the snow coverage now just as a % value. So you can change it so that everywhere that is possible to have snow will have snow, or you can even do it so there's no snow at all. There's a similar setting within the subtropical climate. You can set it so that you can have 100% desert, or actually you can set it so there's 0 desert at all. This generates some interesting maps, as you can see here. Normally, this map would have some desert in it, but we've just got a kind of jungly terrain. Almost adds a whole new way of looking at it. Now, when towns grow, they're able to build bridges, similar to the one you see here. And in this version of the game, the length of this bridge has been limited depending on the town size. But not only that, towns can now build tunnels by themselves. Now, I haven't seen an example of this in any of the maps I'm playing yet, but I look forward to seeing a town building its own tunnel sometime soon. Next up is an improvement to the planting of trees in the scenario editor. We now have the ability to do normal tree generation by placing singular trees, but we can also do a grove, which is a small cluster of trees, and a forest, which is a larger cluster of trees. I think this is going to be very useful when placing various different tree sections down. You can see that if you've got it set to random, it will do a few random ones within the same cluster. This is going to make building nice pretty maps a lot easier. Another change for 1.11 was most of the graph screens. The window colour had changed and the background was changed to a darker colour. Now, some people liked this change and some people didn't. Personally, I find it better to read the graphs in this style, especially when you've got various different lines within the same graph. So company payment rates, income graph, and all of those are all the same. Also the cargo payment rates. For me, this is just much clearer and easier to read. There is now a Remove All Industries button in the scenario editor. All the go to and rename icons have been moved and changed in the game. So if we have a look at this train, at the top here, near the cross, there is the name train button. There's no longer a rename feature anywhere else. It's up here. This little button will allow you to rename the train. And there's a little locator button here next to the 3 buttons that we used to have before. Now we've got this one that will allow us to go to the train. If you click it once, it will go to the train, and if you double click it, it will follow the train. This isn't just for trains, it's for other things as well, like stations. You can go to the location by clicking it, and you can also rename it by clicking the rename button. These are now more consistent throughout the game for all the different things, including the locations of industries. There is now an option to stop tree growth completely. There is now a new economy type. In addition to the original and smooth, there is now a frozen. In this mode, you will not have industries closed down and their production quantities will not change. They've also increased the maximum possible distance that an oil field will appear from the edge of the map. It can now be some considerable distance away from the edge. You can now group vehicles by their shared orders. This is a brand new feature and I think it's fantastic, especially when you're able to see multiple trains all grouped together and the profit for that particular set of shared orders. So there we have it. There's my notes on the changes for 1.11. Now there are lots of other little features and changes as well as many fixes in this version, and if you want to check them out you can have a look at that on the website or over on the OpenTTD Discord. But that is going to be all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.